sits in the #1 spot. But we saw Dennis Marston a moment ago in Desperado. Didn't have a great pull, only came in at about 194, but he may have learned something about the track because Marston is now back in his other vehicle. This is power play. I'd say he learned something. That Keith Black heavy engine gets power play out the back door. It's a full pull for Dennis Marston and power play. Watch it again on the replay. Look at that nose up in the air and all the power on the back wheels, and it is just taking it out. A great pull for Dennis Marston and power play. Now you've got to have a full pull to make the pull-off, and here's a guy certainly capable of doing just that. This is Dan Walsh, the Irish Challenger team out of Wisconsin. His brother Dave, one of the top tractor pullers in the country, and Dan is at the head of the class in two-wheel drive truck pulling. The green colors of the Irish Challenger, blazing in Anaheim and ready to try and force a pull-off. At this, he was about to drive it right out of the stadium and turn left, head on down the street and grab a hamburger because Dan Walsh had plenty. A full pull for the Irish Challenger. Here it is again on the replay, and you can see he was just taking this baby right on out the door. Finally, Mike Speller down at the end line, the U.S. Hot Rod official, says, "Go ahead, stop, Dan, you're out of here." A full pull for the Irish Challenger. So now we know we're going to have a pull-off. We'll see how many trucks are able to make it. Jim Brockman is back in the Kodiak In-Laws and Outlaws. A few moments ago, he was the test puller, recorded a full pull, but that pull was thrown out when they changed the sled. Let's see if Brockman's got what it takes to do it again. Power play is in a pull-off with Irish Challenger. Can In-Laws and Outlaws join them? Brockman's got the slack out. You see his right hand on the throttle, and here he goes. Here, Jim Brockman says, "Hey, I don't care if you change the sled. We've got what it takes tonight." And indeed, In-Laws and Outlaws has done it again, and this full pull counts. You can put Jim Brockman into the pull-off with Dennis Marston and Dan Walsh. And we've still got more top competitors to go. This could be a very large pull-off. Here comes Aftershock and Jerry Fortier, ready to go in Aftershock. It takes a full pull. We'll see if Aftershock can make it a four-way pull-off. We've got three out the back door right now. Aftershock now still just getting things set. They've got him hooked to the sled, and Jerry takes the slack out. Ready to go now. It'll be a green track condition for Aftershock. Going to get there, a little short of the 200-foot mark for Jerry Fortier at Aftershock. We'll watch it again on the replay. Never seemed to get a whole lot of speed up, and indeed the sled pulled him down just short of the 200-foot mark. The distance is 194.3, 194 feet 3 inches for Aftershock. So we still have three with full pulls, and frankly, 5 of the top competitors are still to come here in this two-wheel drive competition. Here's one of them, John Shipman, rolling out the first of his 2 trucks. This is Temporary Insanity. We'll see him back out a little later with a 91 Ford he calls Mad Dog's Revenge. So Temporary Insanity will try to take it out. If he doesn't, Shipman hopes he can gain a little knowledge of the track that'll help him when he brings out his other two-wheel drive. This is Temporary Insanity. He pulls it back in. We're looking. They're giving an indication that he did not go out of bounds. That was dangerously close to an out-of-bounds run. Mike Speller, the official at the end of the track, says no, it's a good legal run, and that means it's a full pull for John Shipman in temporary insanity. Almost out of bounds, and instead, he's into the pull-off. That makes 4 that we know will go to the pull-off, and here comes Magnum Junior, hoping to make it a 5-some. Butch Schultz and the Magnum Junior Ford. John Shipman's temporary insanity, Dennis Marston and the power play, Dan Walsh and the Irish Challenger, Jim Brockman and In-Laws and Outlaws. They are in the pull-off so far. We'll see if Butch Schultz can join them right now. Yes, indeed. It is a 5th full pull at Anaheim, this time for the Ford known as Magnum Junior. Again on the replay, Butch Schultz, with plenty to spare, takes it all the way out of Anaheim Stadium and goes into the pull-off. We now have 5 that we'll see trying to determine this championship when we get to pull-off time. But there are still more with a chance to qualify. John Shipman already has one of his vehicles in the pull-off, that being temporary insanity. He'll try to make it 2 right here, because this is Shipman's Mad Dog's Revenge 1991 Ford. Shipman backs it in, gets hooked up as you get a look at the fans having a good time with the U.S. Hot Rod Association here at Anaheim Stadium. It's a green flag condition on the track, and here comes John Shipman and Mad Dog's Revenge. Well, John had gotten into the pull-off earlier with temporary insanity, but he'll have only 1 truck in the pull-off. Mad Dog's Revenge comes up a little bit short. The distance, 215.10, 215 feet, 10 inches for John Shipman and the Mad Dog's Revenge Ford. But again, John's certainly not done this week on Super Trax. He'll bring temporary insanity back a little later. Well, you talk about one of the Ford fan favorites. We just saw one in Mad Dog's Revenge. Here's another. John Heilman and the Golden Thunder Ford Thunderbird out of Rockford, Ohio. Heilman, another of the veterans who races in more than one division in this pulling sport. He competes here in the 2-wheel drives and also has one of the 7,200-pound super modified tractors that he calls Ohio Gold. John Heilman trying to join the pull-off. Thunderbird Super Coupe is not going to get there this time around. John Heilman never really seemed to get it going as he bogs down short of the full pull line. The distance is 214 feet, 8 inches. A disappointing pull for John Heilman as Golden Thunder will not make the pull-off.